Hey guys, happy Saturday. All right, I wanted to pop in because I've been getting a lot of questions about meal planning. And so I thought that today I would just sort of sit down and actually do my meal plan with you and show you what I do, what I think about, and how I just kind of write it all out. And what I want you to know is that it's always just a plan, okay? I have learned working full-time, having 2 kids, and wanting to make sure that my family has healthy meals too. I've learned to keep it simple, and I've also learned that things happen, right? We're always going to have something come up, and that's okay. We just want to make sure that we have a plan so we can at least have something to stick to for the most part and not just be totally winging it, right? So here is exactly what I do, okay? I have a little planner, so whatever works for you. Piece of paper works just fine too, right? First thing I do, I take inventory of what I already have. So that's what I actually just did. So I'm sitting outside because the baby is napping. But I already went in there and I took inventory of what is in my refrigerator and freezer to see, okay, what can I already make that I have on hand without having to, buy a bunch of stuff for a recipe, all right? So here are some things that I realized I already have that I can make for dinner this coming week. Spaghetti and meatballs, a sausage stir fry, and a basic sheet pan dinner, which is just a meat and a veggie and maybe a starch on a sheet pan, literally, okay? I also already have some stuff that I can make for lunch. I have things where I can do a taco bowl with cauliflower rice in place of regular rice. I have stuff to do an Asian shrimp salad. I can do a barbecue chicken flatbread pizza. And I can make a soup. Zuppa Toscana from Olive Garden is my favorite, and so I have all the stuff to make that, okay? So I took inventory. Obviously, I'm not going to make all of that, but I have that. Those are my options. So I went ahead and I jotted those down over here so I can sort of just see all right, what do I want to make, right? Next thing I do, I always plan dinners first, okay? And I like to plan 4 dinners for the week, okay? Yes, that leaves 3 out, but we do enjoy eating out. Like I said, things come up. Sometimes Kevin will just say, I'm going to pick up such and such and throw it on the grill. And so I know that if I at least have 4 dinners planned, then we should be good for the week, okay? So on my planner, literally, I've got the days. Like I said, I'm just going to sort of fill them in. And I'm going to go with the ones that I already told you guys. So spaghetti and meatballs one night. Notice all of these are just really simple, guys. I am not a gourmet cook, and I don't have time to be making a bunch of stuff with a bunch of ingredients, so I keep it simple. Usually if they're doing spaghetti and meatballs, I might just do mine over zoodles. It just depends on how my day looked as far as my portions go. All right, one day, the next day I'm gonna do a sausage stir fry. And you know what, that soup that I told you I was gonna do for lunch, I actually might do that Wednesday night for dinner. And that way, at the end of the week, I can actually take the leftovers because I know my family usually doesn't finish a whole pot of soup. And they're not big soup people anyway. They will eat it one night, but then usually I'll eat the leftovers for lunch. So I think I'm going to do that Wednesday night. That way I can have the leftovers Thursday and maybe Friday too. What was my other one? Oh yeah, and then I'll just do a basic sheet pan dinner, guys. So simple. Throw it all on a sheet pan. Okay? All right, so, and I just now thought of, I forgot Friday. See, always think of what's your week looking like at work. So Friday, I forgot that we're actually having a special lunch at work. So I won't even need leftovers. I think we're doing Chick-fil-A boxes that day. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill that in, okay? And Friday, we always eat out. So I'm just gonna put eat out. We either eat out or we grill here at the house, okay? Then, after I plan all my dinners, I put my breakfast in. Okay, now I have the same thing every single day for breakfast, which is my Shakeology. For me, it's just really easy. Grab and go, take it out the door, and it's consistent. So I can always count on that. So I'm literally just going to go ahead and plug in Shakeology for my breakfast every day. Now on the weekends, I like to mix it up because I actually have time to cook. So this morning, I made eggs and spinach and a little bit of sausage. So on Saturday morning, I'll probably just write that down because I do actually like to eat an actual meal breakfast, when I can. All right, so I've got dinners, I've got breakfast, so now I'm going to plan my lunches. All right, The one thing that I hear from people most of the time is like, I just don't want to eat salad all the time for lunch. Neither do I. I actually hate eating salad for lunch. It is my last resort. Like if I'm in a really like crunch and I have no time to prep anything, yeah, I might pick up like a salad kit, put on some grilled chicken and like call it a day. But I really don't like doing that because salads to me are kind of boring. The other thing you have to watch out with salads is that a lot of people think, oh, I'm eating healthy because I'm eating this salad, but it really depends on what your base is, okay? If your base is like iceberg lettuce, that has no nutritional value. So you're basically just eating water, which is nothing. It's not going to fill you up. It has no nutrients. Like there's nothing to it. So if you are going to have a salad, you really need to pay attention to your base and make sure that it's a more like dense vegetable like spinach or kale or maybe like a spring mix is even a little bit better. So things like that. Okay. So that's why I kind of stay away from salads. So if you notice all the options I said earlier, they're all like hot meals that I can cook. And I like to think of things that I can prep ahead of time. Okay, you know, I'm a big meal prepper, so I want to be able to just kind of portion it all out in bowls, stick it in the fridge so I can grab them and go. And also I like to pick like 2 things so that way I'm not bored. Okay, I told you the one night I was going to have the soup, so the next day I'm going to go ahead and write down soup leftovers. And then I told you Friday we're having Chick-fil-A boxes at work, so really I only need 3 days worth of lunches. So I think what I really want next week is those barbecue chicken flatbread pizzas. It was in one of the meal plans I shared with you guys like a couple weeks ago. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. Those are going to be easy to prep because I can just go ahead and like cook them, and then I just literally take a pizza slicer, I slice them up in little pieces and then put it in a Tupperware container, stick it in the fridge and go. Okay. And it's good too, right? Who doesn't love pizza? Okay, barbecue chicken flatbread pizzas. So I can make those tomorrow. I'm planning all this out. Tomorrow, I'll get it all cooked and portioned and all that, okay? All right, so now, you see I've got a pretty good meal plan. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day is planned, so now all I have left is snacks. Always plan snacks. I plan 2 because I want to have one between breakfast and lunch, one between lunch and dinner. All right, my first breakfast is usually like a heavier one, and that might be, well, usually it always includes fruit. So at this time, guys, too, I usually look over and think about my food groups, and I'm like, okay, at most meals, I have a protein. At almost every meal, I've already got a vegetable built in, but I still need my fruit servings, and so that's where I'm going to plan my snacks. So one of my snacks is usually a fruit and Greek yogurt, or fruit and oatmeal. That's my first one because to me, I'm like, yes, I had my shake for breakfast, but I'm still like a breakfast eater. And so my first snack, I like it to be a breakfasty snack. So that's why I usually go with fruit and yogurt or fruit and oats. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. And then my second snack, I have been enjoying apples and peanut butter. It's just really simple to me, and I need another fruit. I like to get 2 fruit servings in a day, so that would be my 2 in my snacks. 1 in the morning and then 1 in the afternoon. Also, I'm going to make sure that I have some cut up red peppers. I've really been enjoying those as a snack, and because I tend to fall short on my veggies, and so I like to have like just a fresh veggie that I can cut up. I might actually add some carrots too to my Walmart order. That way I can sort of mix it up because I have been eating the peppers a lot. So I might do like red peppers and carrots. And then with those, you can think like, okay, do you want to like put some hummus with it? Do you want to dip it in hummus? Do you want to dip it in maybe a ranch? I like to get the Greek yogurt ranch dressing. It's a little bit healthier than just regular ranch. So that is a tip there. All right. So see, that was it. What did that take us? Like 5 minutes, if that. Okay, and I've got my whole week planned out. All right. Notice I did leave the weekends blank. I leave the weekends blank because, like I told you, just depends on what we're doing, honestly. And since I have this plan, I tend to just kind of stick to the same types of foods. For example, like today, I've already eaten lunch, and all I had for lunch was one of my fruit and yogurt bowls because we're just hanging out, and I want to honestly just kind of be able to eat something maybe a little heavier for dinner, so I go a little lighter at lunch. All right. So that is how I meal plan. Just to quickly run you back through it. First of all, take inventory of what you already have and jot down some things that you think you can make. Second, plan your dinners first. What are you going to cook for you and your family? You know that's sort of your like non-negotiable. Everybody's going to need to eat dinner, so what are you guys going to eat? Then put in your breakfast. What do you like to have for breakfast every day? Pick something simple. Like me, I said I make my shake, take it out the door. 3, actually, we're on 4. Plan your lunches. What do you want for lunch? I don't want to eat a boring salad every day, so I need to pick something like a hot lunch that I can make that is not boring. And then finally plug in your snacks. 2 snacks, okay? Because you need to be eating about every 3-ish hours so you're not getting overly hungry and then overeating at your next meal. All right? So I hope that was helpful for you guys. If you make your own meal plan today, why don't we do this? Why don't we just share them? If you'll like drop it in the comments or just post it in the group, and then we can all just sort of have some new ideas, okay? And I'll send out your weekly meal plan to you too, so you can look and get some more ideas there. All right, guys, I hope that was helpful. I hope y'all have a great Saturday. Bye.